Welcome back to the show. We got a great one lined up. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on X, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content. Right now, $3.3 trillion market cap for crypto. The market's off by 3.1. Bitcoin, 97,900 plus right now. Ethereum, 2,700 plus. USD Tether snuck back up to the number 3 spot, bumping XRP to 4. $2.37. We're off 4.9 on the 24. We're off 23.3 on the 7-day. What's going on out here? I think it'll be remedied soon enough. We see that we're at the bottom of that price range right now. 236 to 252. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's take a look at this. Here's some good news. Apparently, it's happy birthday to Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple. Shout out to you, Brad. And we look forward to seeing him at XRP Las Vegas, along with all the other incredible speakers, top industry leaders, policy educators, and influencers. I tell you, this is going to be a remarkable event. Don't mess around, ladies and gentlemen. Get your ticket today. The best conversations are happening at XRP Las Vegas 2025. You know how we know that? Because utility is the next wave of development for Web3. And we're all about utility. Don't miss it. SEC reassigns chief litigation lawyer Jorge Tenreiro to the IT department, sparking questions about the future of crypto regulation. Jorge Tenreiro's shift from the SEC's litigation to IT signals potential change in the agency's aggressive crypto enforcement strategy. Bye, Jorge. I wanted to say something else, and I'm not going to. But I tell you, man, this looks like the equivalent of when you mess up in the military and then they got you doing fire tower watch in Alaska, right? Here's Hester Peirce. You don't need the whole thing, but she goes ahead and tells you at the end, we're changing gears. The SEC will not be taking enforcement first approach. Loving that for us.
Clear that people understand and not being used to set policy, which it has been used for over the past several years.
Exactly.
The goal of this new journey is to get to a place where people can try interesting new things, but those interesting new things don't include defrauding other people. So that's the balance that we're trying to achieve. Well, we put out a call yesterday that we really do want people to come in. We want people to come in with concrete ideas of what we should be doing from a regulatory perspective that applies to everyone,
But listen how it's different.
Also want people to come in with their ideas about what they're trying to do and the roadblocks they're running into so that we can work through those roadblocks. And so the best I can do is to tell people that we really do want to have this conversation. We are not taking an enforcement first approach. We're taking an approach that is trying to get to regulatory clarity, to, again, regulations that achieve our objectives and also allow people to try new things. So I think when people start to see that that is a reality and they see projects coming through the other side of the door with the ability to move forward, that will encourage other people to come in.
No question about it. And I love what she said. It's when people come in and everyone in the market starts to see them come out the other side of the door instead of being snared in a trap or in a spider's web, the Gensler web, where you can't get out and there's no clarity provided at all. That's where we're really going to see. When you see the first couple go in the door and then they get approval and they get the assistance and guidance they need and are allowed to continue to do business, then you're going to see a complete change. Here's Representative French Hill. Boy, let me tell you, I love Representative French Hill. If you're in crypto, you love him too. Listen.
That doesn't change the fact that crypto has been under assault by the SEC over the past 4 years. And so the reason for legislation is to have a regulatory clarity that directs the SEC and the CFTC exactly what they need to do to protect investors, encourage innovation, encourage companies to use blockchain. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to pass regulatory clarity. And I was so pleased yesterday that David Sachs, representing President Trump, my friend Tim Scott, chairman of the Banking Committee, G.T. Thompson, chairman of the House Ag Committee, and John Bozeman, chairman of the Senate Ag Committee, we all came together yesterday to talk about our priorities to move regulatory clarity for digital assets in the U.S. so that we can have fintech and digital assets be a premier area of innovation and technological advance right here in the U.S. instead of what Gary Gensler left us with was people moving out of the United States, moving offices to London, to the EU, to the Middle East to work on blockchain programs. That's not the right way to operate, and regulation by enforcement is a bad way to go. We should ask that they use an open process through the Federal Register to propose new rules, which Gary Gensler did not do, and to work with Congress to make sure that we have clarity for innovators up and down the capital formation arena.
Absolutely. And if you hear the synergy between Hester Peirce and Representative Hill, I think we got it. This is going in the right direction. And guess what else going in the right direction today? Starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Banks Change here. This is amazing. Tapping into $437.8 billion app market for Android. Banks Change says that their platform will unlock for the XRP Ledger because they anticipate huge amounts of volume. So a supply shock on the XRP Ledger may occur. Our team will stand by to help resolve any issues. How about that one? Well, I tell you what, I love that enthusiasm. And don't forget about this, Van Eck. You know, the company that's very good at releasing ETF products for traditional investors, especially rich ones. Van Eck releases American Crypto Index MAGA 10. This is an American Crypto Leaders Index, and XRP is heavily weighted at 48.91%, which tells me Van Eck knows that the next phase of development in the Web3 and finance is in fact utility. And guess who else thinks it? Pat Thielen from Ripple. Take a listen very quickly to this 18 seconds.
It is, the technology is there, it's being embraced, it is volatile, there is a lot of speculation, but in the here and now, there are many really great use cases that I think we're going to talk about today. So I think the speculation was there, that's good, and now it's on to utility.
Tell him, Pat. Yeah. Tell him what is one. Utility. Yeah. The real USD and XRP Ledger can serve the US and the world in a great way with this effort. Lock in, everyone. Elon Musk is supporting putting US Treasury transactions on blockchain for full transparency. Yes. Not only can we help in this regard, we're already starting to do this in this regard. Austin King from Omni here, who will be on stage at XRP Las Vegas. I'll tell you what, this guy's super sharp. If you're not following him, it's your fault, not mine. Elon Musk confirmed he wants to put U.S. Treasuries on a blockchain. While exciting, most people are going to miss the point. Don't mistake this is just another headline. The impact of this is far deeper than most will understand. Why is Musk calling for the U.S. Treasury to put spending on blockchain? Because of his findings of egregious misuse in taxpayer money as he's digging through government spending. And there was a long list in this clip. We don't need to play it. But the reality is blockchain's a solution. You'll see all of this. You won't have to wait and dig it up. For the longest time, crypto was held back by its association with crime. However, as a technology, it has been fundamentally transparent. All transactions are visible to anybody. This goes far beyond just currencies. Blockchains have the potential to guarantee transparent and fair elections, prevent wasteful government spending through offering transparency to all citizens, turn finance into something that serves people, not preys on them. This is just the beginning. Leaders across the world are just beginning to take this technology seriously. Now's the time to get involved. As somebody who's been building in crypto for 8 years, I can confirm that the next 2 years will look radically different than anything we've seen before. Now, this is why I tell you to follow Austin. The next 2 years will look radically different than what we've seen before. And I think this is absolutely speaking to utility. Exactly what we're hearing today from Pat Thielen, the clarity from Capitol Hill, all is going to open the door for utility. And as far as Elon Musk's thoughts of tokenizing US treasuries and putting them on a blockchain, Ondo Finance and Open Eden are already doing it on the XRP Ledger. And Ondo Finance is doing it in conjunction with BlackRock's Biddle Fund. So tokenized US treasuries, BlackRock's Biddle Fund, represent a natural fit for a blockchain purpose-built institutional adoption happening with the XRP Ledger. Who's laughing now? Then you got who's going to custody all of this? Remember Medico? Remember Standard Custody and Trust Company? Ripple's playing 3D chess while everyone else is playing checkers. The custody market is set to exceed $100 billion by 2033. Fueled by tokenized assets, to stay ahead, custodians need bank-grade security 24/7 access, and that's why Ripple is already at their door telling them, we're prepared, we got you. They're market ready to roll. Now let's take a look at this. How about this chart? Crypto Insight UK says, I posted an XRP chart earlier and people commented, if you think the top is in, I will try and make this as clear as possible. I could always be wrong, but I think this right here back in 2017, 2018 looks a lot like this moment right here. And he says, we are here. Now we saw that first leg. Could that have been similar to this first leg, like the pullback in 17? Then this new leg, a little bit of upward motion and a pullback and test in that bar, and then potentially off we go again for another leg. You know what's interesting? We could see this all happen again and then have a super cycle with a third leg. Again, happy birthday to Brad Garlinghouse. What a day to celebrate. The United States of America is embracing crypto to the tune that it's an economic pillar for the new Trump administration. Now that is progress. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. We're going into the Freedom Zone. I hope you will join us. You're going to love what we got today. You can go underneath the video and click the link to join the Freedom Zone. Come on in. All right, welcome.